I used to have a theme song called the Sugar Blues by Clyde McCoy, and that was before I discovered this other version of it. There's no artist listed on this record, but it says on the label that this is the Dog record, and here it is, the Dog record of Sugar Blues.
Julie boy, come over here. You're such a sweet little doggy. Would you like to hear your favorite song where I play the guitar and imitate the trumpet? Well, fine. And you sing along with me. You like that break, do you? Well, fine. Let's see if you can do it this time. All set? Let's go. You're drowning me out, Dooley. It was so good. That was really fine. I think you deserve a cookie for that. Come on, sit up, boy. Here you are. Ready for the second chorus now?
Look at this cat. Well, what about this? Well, is this your cat? Well, is this your cat?
My pussy has no stripes. Besides, it ain't never smelled like that. Call my cat, boys. Call my pussy.
Here, pussy, 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 pussy. Where can you be? Here, pussy, 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 pussy. Come back to me. Here, pussy, 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 pussy. Where do you roam? Here, pussy, 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 pussy. Please come home.
You could hear the feet pound as they raced across the ground. and the clatter of the wheels as they spun round and round. And he galloped into Market Street, his badge upon his chest. His name was Ernie, and he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie loved a widow, a lady known as Sue. She lived all alone in Lily Lane at number 22. They said she was too good for him. She was haughty, proud and chic. But Ernie got his cocoa there 3 times every week. They called him Ernie. And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. She said she'd like to bathe in milk. He said, all right, sweetheart. And when he'd finished work one night, he loaded up the cart. He said, you want it pasteurized, 'cause pasteurized is best. She says, Ernie, I'll be happy if it comes up to me chest. That tickled old Ernie. And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie had a rival, an evil-looking man called Two-Tongue-Ted from Teddington, and he drove the baker's van. He tempted her with his treacle tarts and his tasty oatmeal bread, and when she seen the size of his hot meat pies, it very near turned her head. She nearly swooned at his macaroon, and he said, now if you treat me right, you'll have hot rolls every morning and crumpets every night. He knew once she sampled his layer cake, he'd have his wicked way, and all Ernie had to offer was a pint of milk a day. Poor Ernie! And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. One lunchtime, Ted saw Ernie's horse and cart outside her door. It drove him mad to find it was still there at 4:30. And as he leapt down from his van, off blood to his veins did course, and he went across to Ernie's cart, and he didn't half kick his horse, whose name was Trigger. And he pulled the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie rushed out into the street, his gold top in his hand. He said, if you want to marry Susie, you fight for her like a man. Oh, why don't we play cards for her, he sneeringly replied. And just to make it interesting, we'll have a shilling on the side. Now Ernie dragged him from his van, and beneath the blazing sun, they stood there face to face, and Ted went for his bun. But Ernie was too quick, things didn't go the way Ted planned, and a strawberry-flavoured yoghurt sent it spinning from his hand. Now Susie ran between them and tried to keep them apart, and Ernie pushed her aside, and a rock cake caught him underneath his heart. And he looked up in pain, surprise, and the concrete hardened crust of a stale pork pie caught him in the eye, and Ernie bit the dust. Poor Ernie. Ernie! And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Ernie was only 52. He didn't want to die. But now he's gone to make deliveries in that milk round in the sky, where the customers are angels and ferocious dogs are banned, and a milkman's life is full of fun in that fairy dairy land. But a woman's needs are manifold, and Sue, she married Ted. But strange things happened on their wedding night as they lay in their bed. Was that the trees a-rustling, or the hinges of the gate, or Ernie's ghostly gold tops a-rattling in their crate? They won't forget Ernie. And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West.
Hooray, hooray, I'm going away with the man in the little white coat. I'm all dressed up like a Christmas packet, cozy and warm in a cute straight jacket. Hooray, hooray, I'm going away, and I'll bet you're wondering where. Well, I just heard from Napoleon B. He wants to have a little talk with me. Hooray, hooray, I'm going away with the man in the little white coat. Hooray, hooray, I'm going away with the man in the little white coat. I'm all dressed up in a brand new bonnet, ribbon of red and a bird cage on it. I'm I'm only a bird in a gilded cage. It's the place that I call home. The window's large with the nicest view. The bars are pink and all the locks are blue. Hooray, hooray, I'm going away with the man in the little white coat. I'm going away with the little white coat in the man. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. You know what I am? I'm a little broken record.
Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? Well, you left me anyhow, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha! You thought it was a joke, and so you laughed. You laughed when I had said that losing you would make me flip my lid. Right? You know you laughed. I heard you laugh. You laughed and then you left. But now you know I'm utterly mad. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. I cooked your food, I cleaned your house, and this is how you pay me back for all my kind, unselfish, loving deeds. Ha? Well, you just wait, they'll find you yet, and when they do, they'll put you in the ASPCA, you mangy mutt. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, to the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to...
They're coming to take me away, with Napoleon the 14th on the Dr. Demento show. And the thing that you heard right before that was a sort of 1940s ancestor to that same song. That was by Beatrice Kay, and it was called Hooray, Hooray, I'm Going Away, the flip side of her big hit of Mention My Name in Sheboygan. And Benny Hill before that with one from England, Ernie, the Fastest Milkman in the West, from the Robert Barron collection. Thank you, Robert. The Light Crest Doughboys with Pussy, 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 and before that, the Dog record, and that was Sugar Blues. I wonder how they made that dog howl. I wonder if they were blowing one of those supersonic whistles all through that whole record. I hope not. You're hearing the Dr. Demento show on KMET in Los Angeles. And don't forget the Marijuana Melodies coming up in just a little over an hour. And coming up right after this word from our friendly sponsors, we'll have the eighth wonder of the world, along with another dog named Rex.
Graham Central Station.
Listen.
Graham Central Station.
Graham Central Station.
Listen.
People ask me everywhere. They say, is that really all you have?
Graham Central Station.
Listen.
Can you handle that? Now can you handle it?
Graham Central Station on Warner Brothers Records.
Available at all locations of Disc Records.
Well, folks, KMET's film series starts up again, and this time it's Mel Brooks' new outrageous comedy, Blazing Saddles. We're going to have 2 screenings Monday night, February 25th, at the Burbank Studios. It's free, and we'll send 2 tickets to the first 200 people who write in requesting them. Blazing Saddles, KMET Radio, 5828 Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles, 90036. Do it quick.
Dr. Demento.
I know a girl around the block, and I'll bet her face would stop a clock. But when it comes to fellows, why, she's got a flock, 'cause she's the eighth wonder of the world. She's got a, by George, that would open your eyes. She's got a, my world, that could win her a prize. And when she with her, you can ask all the guys, why, she's the eighth wonder of the world. She's got a nose, it's really flat, 300 pounds, and it's all fat. The other girls will tell you she's this and she's that, but she's the eighth wonder of the world. She's got a, by George, that would open your eyes. She's got a, my world, that could win her a prize. And when she with her, you can ask all the guys, why, she's the eighth wonder of the world. The other girls, they brag a lot of fancy clothes and who knows what, but still I know they're wishing they'd had what she's got, 'cause she's the eighth wonder of the world. She's got a, by George, that would open your eyes. She's got a, my world, that could win her a prize. And when she with her, you can ask all the guys, why, she's the eighth wonder of the world. I know a chap who took her out to see what it was all about. I know he found the answer when I heard him shout, why, she's the eighth wonder of the world. I tell you, she's got a, by George, that would open your eyes. She's got a, my world, that could win her a prize. And when she with her, you can ask all the guys, why, she's the eighth wonder of the world. I tell you. Here she comes now. Quickly, Harry, slam the door. Too late. Now we're in for it.
A farmer's dog came into town. His Christian name was Rex. A noble pedigree had he. Unusual was his text. And as he trotted down the street, 'twas beautiful to see his work on every corner and his work on every tree. He watered every gateway too, and never missed a post. For piddling was his specialty, and piddling was his boast. The city dogs look on amazed with deep and jealous rage to see the simple country dog, the piddler of their age. Oh man, this is something else. Then all the dogs from everywhere were summoned with a yell to sniff the country stranger's oar and judge him by the smell. Some thought that he king might be beneath his tail arose, so every dog drew near to him and sniffed it up his nose. Look, listen to this now. They smelled him over one by one, they smelled him two by two, and noble Rex in high disdain stood still as they were through. Then just to show the whole shebang, he didn't give a damn. He trotted in a grocery store and pissed on a country ham. He piddled in the mackerel keg, he piddled on the floor, and when the grocer kicked him out, he piddled throughout the door. Behind him, all the city dogs lined up with instinct true to start a piddling carnival and see the stranger through. I believe you can talk. Oh man, this is something else, man. I really went for this here. Go. They showed him every piddling pose they had in all the town, and started in with many a wink to pee the stranger down. They sent for champion piddlers who were always on the go, who sometimes did a piddling stunt or gave a piddling show.
I know you got another verse. You
Oh
might
yeah,
as well
dig
keep
this verse, dig this verse.
Talk
They
on, brother.
spring them on him suddenly. When midway into town, Rex only smiled and polished off the ablest white or brown. For Rex was with them every trick, with vigor and with vim. 1,000 petals, more or less, were all the same to him. So when he was wetting merrily with hind legs kicking high, when most were hoisting legs in bluff and piddling mighty dry, on and on he sought new grounds by piles and scraps and ruts, till every city dog went dry and fiddle only dust. You hear that? Oh man, this is something else. But on went Noble Rex, and went as any reel, and all the champion city pups were peed to a standstill. Then Rex did freehand piddling with fancy flirts and flits, like double dips and gillet twists and all the latest hits. You hear that? And all the time this country dog did never wink or grin, but piddled blithely out of town as he had piddled in. The city dogs convention held to ask what did defeat us, but not one ever put them wise to Rex had diabetes.
I had a friend named Camel. He used to rob, steal, and gamble. He tried everything that was low down. He was out tomcatting one night when he started a big fight. Then a big policeman came and knocked him down. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. I told him over again to quit drinking whiskey, lay off of that gin. He's in the jailhouse now. Camel broke jail one day, decided he'd go away, but the police met him at the train. The cop says, I've come for you. Camel says that this won't do, because Camel never was my name. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. Yes, he broke out. All over town the fool walked about. He's in the jailhouse now. Oh, the leader, oh, the lady, oh, the lady, the oh, the leader, oh, the lady, oh, the lady, the oh, the lady, the oh, the lady, the oh, the lady. I met his old gal Sadie. She says, have you seen my baby? I told her he was downtown in the can. She went down to the jail just to go his bail. She says, I've come down here to get my man. She's in the jailhouse now. She's in the jailhouse now. So you can understand why old kids say it is in the can. She's in the jailhouse now. Oh, the leader, oh, the lady, oh, the lady, the oh, the leader, oh, the lady, oh, the lady, the oh, the lady, the oh, the lady, the lady.
Smokey Bear has got a pal who is always on the prowl. Woodsy is his name, you know. He's the anti-pollution owl. Woodsy Owl has got a home on the big branch of a tree. When he looks from left to right, town and forest he can see. Give a hoot, don't pollute your good outdoor manners show. Leave a trail that's nice and clean wherever you may go. Give a hoot, don't pollute Woodsy Woodsy Owl knows what is best. Help him check pollution in the north, south, east, and west. What do you say? Woodsy's eyes are wide alert, and his hooter goes giving out a warning sound when he sees things that pollute. This great country is our own, and it's up to us to care. Woodsy Owl will lead the way, so come on, let's do our share. Give a hoot, don't pollute your good outdoor manners show. Leave a trail that's nice and clean wherever you may go. Give a hoot, don't pollute, Woodsy Owl knows what is best. Help him check pollution in the north, south, east, and west.
Pico and Sepulveda. No, it's John Schwartz, who is the same fellow who put together the version of Pico and Sepulveda that we use for our theme song on the Dr. Demento show. And that's a tape he made especially for us. Afraid you can't buy that one on a record, but hope you enjoy it on the radio. That's all the more reason for playing things on the radio the way I see things. That's John Schwartz and the Woodsy song. And before that, Jimmy Rogers, the legendary Jimmy Rogers, and In the Jailhouse Now. Doug Clark and the Hot Nuts with the Saga of Rex. I want to thank once again the fellows who loaned me that record, Crashity Bang Bang Bang. As soon as I find the sleeve that tells about it, oh yes, here it is. Jim Simpson and Bob Rebich, thank you very much for loaning me that one, The Saga of Rex on the Dr. Demento show. And before that, Larry Storch and The Eighth Wonder of the World. We're going to have one of the legends of Los Angeles radio in the distant past coming back to haunt us on the radio once again, a fellow by the name of Hawthorne. And you'll hear him again on the Dr. Demento show right after this. You're listening to KMET. Are you getting tired of the same old records? Well, get some new ones, like the Doobie Brothers on Warner Brothers with What Were Once Vices Are Now Habits.
I believe that the lady's gonna bring me luck.
And Badfinger by Badfinger.
I miss you.
And on Capricorn, the Marshall Tucker Band with A New Life.
But I paid my time, and a new life is gonna be mine.
And on Discreet Records, Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes. Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes, the Marshall Tucker Band, Badfinger, and the Doobie Brothers, available now.
Available at all locations of Disc Records.
Yak, 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 ni na ni ma la, su, kiyama si na desi koi, 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 oi da no sa mo taka pom ta ta pom na pom. Koi, 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 si na desi koi, 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 nyak, 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 ni na ni ma la, su, kiyama si na desi koi, 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 oi da no sa mo taka pom ta ta pom na pom. Now there say koi, koi, koi. Nyak, 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 nyak. Nyak, nyak, nina, himala. Su, su, sukiyamasi. Now there say koi, koi, koi. Ovidano samo taka pum, tata pum, na bum. Da dee da bum bum, da dee da bum bum bum. Three little fishes in a itty bitty pool. Sully, Jenny, Disco Bibble, and Boopy Doopy Doop, Babbitt. Down in the meadow in the itty bitty pool swam the three little fishes and the mama fishes too. Swim, said the mama fishes, swim if you can, and the swim, swam, swam right over the dam.
Down in the muddy itty bitty pool swam three little fishes and the mama fishy too. Swim, said the mama fishy, swim for 10, and he swam right over the dam.
Poop, poop, did-em, dud-em, wid-em, chew. Poop, poop, did-em, dud-em, wid-em, chew. Poop, poop, did-em, dud-em, wid-em, chew. And he swam all over the dam. Stop, said the mommy fishy, or you'll get lost. But the three little fishes didn't want to be bossed. So the three little fishes went out on a spree, and they swam, swam, swam right out to the sea.
Stop, said the mama fishy, you did wash. But the three little fishes didn't want to be lost. The three little fishes went off on a spree. They swam right out to the sea.
Poop, poop, riddle, diddle, dazzle, blip. Poop, poop, riddle, diddle, dazzle, blip. Poop, poop, riddle, diddle, dazzle, blip. And he swam out to the sea.
We yelled the fishies, oh, here's a lot of fun. Swim in the sea till the day is done. So they swam and they swam, it was all a lark. Till all of a sudden they met a shark.
We are the little fishies, what the fun. So swim in the sea till the day is done. So they swam and it was a war. So all of a sudden they saw a shark.
Poop, poop, skiddly-did. Poop, poop, skiddly-did. Poop, poop, skiddly-did. Till all of a sudden they saw a shark.
Help, cried the fishies, oh, look at the whales. Quick as they could, they turned on their tails. Back through the pool in the meadow they swam and swam and swam back over the dam.
Help, cried the little fishies, look at the whales. Quick as they could, they turned on their tails. Back through the pool in the meadow they swam. And he swam to the dam all day.
Poo, 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 poodle-racky-tacky, poo, 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 poodle-racky-tacky, poo, poo, poo. And they swam back over the dam.
Oh, that shark almost ate us for seafood, Mama.
Oh, we sailed down from Alaska on our way to Puget Sound. The skipper went aloft, he said he'd take a look around. When he came down, his face looked like he'd smelled an awful smell. And then he called all hands on deck, and we all heard him yell, who hid the halibut on the poop deck? Who hid the halibut on the poop deck? I'll knock him for a loop. That silly nincompoop, who hid the halibut on the poop deck? Then old second mate Guttormson and says, what is this scuttlebutt? I think that I'll go up and look just for the halibut. But he came down and said, boys, this will be a smelly trip. Unless we find that halibut, we better burn the ship. Why, who hid the halibut on the poop deck? Who hid the halibut on the poop deck? My nose tells me it's there, but I've looked everywhere. Who hid the halibut on the poop deck? Then the cook said to the captain, sir, before I make the soup, If you have no objection, I'll go snoop around the poop. The cook was pale when he came down. He headed for his bunk. He says, I never knew a fish could outperform a skunk. Who hid the halibut on the poop deck? Who hid the halibut on the poop deck? The whole darn crew was weak from this game of hide and seek. Who hid the halibut on the poop deck? Then up stepped Knut, and he is tougher than a boot. He says, I'll find that halibut, or man name it Knut. And 15 minutes later he had found where it was stored, and 20 seagulls fainted when he threw it overboard. Who hid the halibut on the poop deck? Who hid the halibut on the poop deck? We never knew about the screwball in the crew. Who had hid the halibut on the poop deck?
Spring is here, a suffering is here. Life is Skittles and life is beer. I think the loveliest time of the year is the spring. I do, don't you? Of course you do. But there's one thing that makes spring complete for me, and makes every Sunday a treat for me. All the world seems in tune on a spring afternoon when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. Every Sunday you'll see my sweetheart and me as we poison the pigeons in the park. When they see us coming, the birdies all try and hide, but they still go for peanuts when coated with cyanide. The sun's shining bright, everything seems all right when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. We've gained notoriety and caused much anxiety in the Audubon Society with our games. They call it impiety and lack of propriety and quite a variety of unpleasant names. But it's not against any religion to want to dispose of a pigeon. So if Sunday you're free, why don't you come with me and we'll poison the pigeons in the park? And maybe we'll do in a squirrel or two while we're poisoning pigeons in the park. We'll murder them all amid laughter and merriment, except for the few we take home to experiment. My pulse will be quickening with each drop of strychnine we feed to a pigeon. It just takes a smidgen to poison a pigeon in the park.
That's Tom Lehrer and a real off-the-wall item. And that was Poisoning Pigeons in the Park with Strings by Richard Heyman, who was one of the top orchestra leaders of the 50s. Anybody remember his record of Ruby? Richard Heyman also played the harmonica. Oh, the things you get into on the Dr. Demento show. Yogi Jorgensen and Who Hid the Halibut on the Poop Deck? I'm from Sweden myself, so I can do a little bit of that Swedish accent if I try, but not quite as good as Yogi Jorgensen did it. Who Hit the Halibut on the Poop Deck from the great comedy hits of Yogi Jorgensen, an album that I wish they'd re-release. It was out for a while. And Kay Kaiser with Three Little Fishies, a song written by Saxy Dowell and Ishka Bibble and Sully and all the Kay Kaiser crowd was singing on that one. A song that just about everybody was singing in 1939, and probably your mother sang it when you were a little kid. I know my mother did, and my grandmother had that record, so that's something that I've been hearing for a long time myself. And before that, a new one, a debut on the Dr. Demento show by one of the legends of radio in these parts. That's Hawthorne. Hawthorne, his name, with Ike Carpenter and the Royal Hoganites and Yuck, Yuck, Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck on the Dr. Demento show, where we play records that give you a yuck, yuck, yuck. That's what we try and do here. You're listening to KMET in Los Angeles, and we'll visit Old Betsy in just a minute.
Are you getting tired of the same old records? Well, get some new ones from Warner Brothers, like Deep Purple's album called Burn. And Skeletons from the Closet, the best of the Grateful Dead.
Trucking, got my chips cashed in, keep trucking. Like the Doodah Man.
And Van Morrison's first live album, a 2-record set, It's Too Late to Stop Now. And And on Casablanca Records, Kiss. That's Kiss, Van Morrison, The Grateful Dead, and Deep Purple, available now.
Available at all locations of Disc Records.
Remember our marijuana melodies. Melodies from the days when the stuff was legal, coming up in about 35 minutes. But right now, I don't think they use the commercial anymore that this was based on, but it's still kind of a cute song. The Hummers and Old Betsy.
I was looking at a Playboy the other day, and I seen these beautiful girls from L.A. lying on the beach with hardly nothing on, looking real good, kind of soft and brown. I got 14 days, my vacation with pay. I'm going to drive to L.A. So I went to get a tune-up from Jake Dupar in my 37 Betsy coupe car. He picked up the hood and stuck in his head, then he listened to the motor, and this is what he said. Old Betsy goes, and she oughter go. He said a new distributor is what she needs, so I told him to fix her and to give him my keys, and I told him to call me if something else went wrong. Next morning, Jake was on the telephone. He said, old Betsy goes, and she's supposed to go. Well, I told him he was wasting my vacation with pay, and Jake said it'd only be a couple more days because her starter froze up and her battery's dead and her headlights are leaking oil, he said. Old Betsy goes, did she ever go? Then Jake called again in a couple of days, said old Betsy ain't never gonna get to L.A. cause her axle needs turning and her brakes are low, her generator smokes and her timing is slow, her crankshaft is cranky and her cam is jammed, her lifters are lifeless and her rods are rammed. She needs new plugs and a barrel of oil, and I have to heat her block to make the radiator boil. Well, that's right. She'll never go. Well, I told Jake to quit after 14 days, and just before I hitchhiked out to L.A., I wrote him a check for what he'd done so far, but I got the last laugh on Jake Dupar, because that check will go, and it'll never go. You see, what I did was bounce one on old Jake. I'll be dadgum if that worm didn't have a nerve to stick me with an outrageous bill for what I thought was
Say, everybody step to the syncopated rhythm as they're going with them when they begin. You'll be saying, yes, sir, the band is grand. He's the best professor in all the land. Listen to the pep that emerges from the middle of his swinging fiddle under his chin. Oh, what music. The clarinetter could not be better. Hear that strain? I don't know just what it is, but it's great. Look at him doing it. Look at him ruin it. Come, come, don't hesitate. Everybody step if you want to see a glutton when it comes to strutting over the ground. Wait till you see my little sweetie and me. Step, step, stepping around. Oh, there's the one step, two step, the 1, 2, 3, and the 4 step. You're stepping my step, stepping up and down the old step ladder. There's the left step and the right step, the very loose step and the tight step. But the best step that I know is the step full of pep says go. Know just what it is, but it's great. Look at him doing it, look at him ruin it. Come, come, don't hesitate. Everybody step if you want to see a glutton when it comes to strutting over the ground. When you see my little sweetie and me, step, step, step. Look at her step, 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 stepping around.
Uncle Ezra.
Yes?
Did you ever go to the old maid's ball?
I'll say I did. Talk about your funny masquerades. Talk about your funny escapades. Did you ever hear the 4 old maids who gave a fancy ball?
Yeah. Why, old maids gather there from all around.
Yeah.
Each one dressed in the latest gown.
Yes, I was asked to go, and so I hurried down to the old maid's ball. There was old maid short and tall, dancing round the hall. One who knew us drew up to us. She was older than St. Louis. Miss Melinda Rand led the female band, and when they played Here Comes a Bride, 4 old maids sat down and cried. Someone hollered, "There's a man outside!" and it broke up the old maid's ball.
Tell us some more, Uncle Ezra.
Each one coming to the ball was asked not to laugh, although it was a task. What I thought
was a funny mask. Turned out to be a face.
No, someone came to me and put me wise.
Did they?
$50 was the standing prize.
For the one who had the perfect figure.
And nobody won the prize.
They were old maid, short and tall.
Swing it!
Dancing round the hall, I'm swinging it. One who knew us drew up to us. She was older than St. Louis. Miss Melinda Rand led the female band, and one old maid named Geraldine, the oldest maid I've ever seen, hollered out,
"Tomorrow I'll be 17.
And it broke up the old maid's ball.
There were old maids, short and tall,
Yeah.
dancing round the hall.
Yes.
One with grander dancing manner.
Turned out to be old jumping Aunt Hannah.
Miss Melinda Rand
Yes.
led the female band, and one old maid got the feeling gay.
Yeah.
Says, just that age I want to play.
I took one look and fainted away.
And broke up the old maid's ball.
Oh, dee dee dum doo dee doo 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 bum cha 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 dee dum da 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 doo doo dee dum da dee dum doo dum da poo 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 dee dum to you da 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 dee da da. When I started dancing round the hall with those old maids both short and tall, my sex appeal was the best of all.
And broke up the old maid's ball.
Yes, sir, by cracker.
Just a ballad entitled There Are Fairies at the Bottom of Our Garden. Thank you. There are fairies at the bottom of our garden. Now it's not so very, very far away. You pass the gardener's shed and you just keep straight ahead. No, I do so hope they've really come to stay. There's a little wood with moss in it and beetles, and a tiny stream that quietly runs through. Oh, you wouldn't think they'd dare to come merrymaking there, but they do. Yes, they do. There are fairies at the bottom of our garden, and they often give a dance on summer nights. No, the butterflies and bees make a charming little breeze, and the rabbits sit about and hold the lights. Now, did you know that they could sit upon a moonbeam, did you? And snatch a tiny star to make a fan, and dance way up there in the middle of the air? Well, they can. Yes, they can. Oh, those fairies at the bottom of our garden. You cannot think how beautiful they are. They all stand up and sing when the fairy king and queen come lightly floating down upon their car. Now the king is very proud and very handsome, and the queen, well, can you guess who that may be? She's a little girl all day, but at night she steals away. Now this'll kill you, I hope. Well, it's me. Yes, it's me.
Legendary chicken fairy, big as life and twice as hairy. In our windows you'll come creeping, whipping goodies on us while we're sleeping. When you wish upon a bird, makes no difference how absurd. The chicken fairy hears each word, and all your dreams come true. Chicken fairy in the sky, Mother Goose's butterfly. Do whatever's necessary. Legendary chicken fairy. Sing a song that's sanitary. Take my wish, oh big canary. Legendary chicken fairy. Make all my dreams come true. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. La da 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 da. Sing a song that's sanitary. Take my wish, oh big canary. Legendary chicken fairy. Make all my dreams come true. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da 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 da.
Legendary Chicken Fairy with Jack Blanchard and Misty Morgan on the Dr. Demento Show. Beatrice Lilly recorded There Are Fairies at the Bottom of Our Garden. She did that on July 3rd, 1934. It's almost the 40th anniversary of that one, and she sounds younger than ever on that one. And Uncle Ezra, he was one of the original radio Beverly Hillbillies. They were around a long time before the TV Beverly Hillbillies, and in fact, the surviving members of the original radio troupe let the TV people know that they would like to get paid for the use of their name, and by gosh, they did. More power to them. But there you heard Uncle Ezra, one of the original radio Beverly Hillbillies, along with the Hoosier Hotshots and Irving Berlin's song, maybe the most omitted song he ever wrote, At the Old Maid's Ball. Cliff Edwards, Ukulele Ike, sang Everybody's Step from the Stan Wallman collection. Thank you, Stan, and we'll be hearing more of his collection when we do the Marijuana Melodies in just 25 minutes or so. And also the Hummers with Old Betsy Goes Boing, 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 Boing. We're going to get into the energy crisis just a little bit. Well, no, not really, because the song we're going to play was made about 10 years ago. It's one called Out of Gas. That'll come in the next set, along with an old friend of ours named Sarah. And the Sheik of Araby, takes his pants off. How else can I put it? And something else about the energy crisis. All those coming up between now and 5 to 8, and I already told you what's coming up after that on the Dr. Demento Show, KMET.
And now an important message from the president of the American Humor Association, Mr. Bergen Voorhees.
There's been a lot of talk these days about the comedy shortage, but very few facts. Fact. America, with only 6% of the world's population, annually consumes 43% of the world's known humor. What can you do to help? Fact. You can stop laughing at things that aren't funny. Wasted laughter saps America's comic vitality. Fact. You can form laugh pools. Invite friends or neighbors over to share when you use humor. Fact. You can all go out right away and buy a great gift idea. A new comedy album by The Credibility Gap. With 49 minutes of mirthage for the price of 40, a great gift idea is a fine way to conserve our nation's funniest resource.
A great gift idea by The Credibility Gap on Reprise Records and Tapes. Because a nation that laughs is a nation at last.
Dr. Demento.
Oh, Sarah, Cynthia, Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out. She'd wash the dishes and scrub the pans, cook the yams and spice the hams, and though her parents would scream and shout, she simply would not take the garbage out. And so it piled up to the ceilings, coffee grounds, potato peelings, brown bananas and rotten peas, chunks of sour cottage cheese. It filled the can, it covered the floor, it cracked the windows and blocked the door with bacon rinds and chicken bones, drippy ends of ice cream cones, prune pits, peach pits, orange peel, gloppy glumps of cold oatmeal, pizza crust and withered greens, soggy beans and tangerines, crusts of blackburn buttered toast, grisly bits of beefy roast. The garbage rolled on down the hall. It raised the roof. It broke the walls. Greasy napkins, cookie crumbs, blobs of gooey bubble gum, cellophane from old bologna, rubbery blubbery macaroni. macaroni, peanut butter cake, and dry curdled milk and crusts of pie, rotting melons, dried up mustard, eggshells mixed with lemon custard, cold French fries, and rancid meat, yellow lumps of cream of wheat. At last, the garbage reached so high that finally it touched the sky, and none of her friends would come to play, and all the neighbors moved away, and finally Sarah Cynthia Stout said, "Okay, I'll take the garbage out." But then, of course, it was too late. The garbage reached across the state from New York to the Golden Gate. And there in the garbage she did hate. Poor Sarah met an awful fate that I cannot right now relate because the hour is much too late. But children, remember Sarah Stout. And always take the garbage out.
Oh, baby, don't be in a rage. Just look at the gas gauge way out on the lover's lane and out of the gasoline. Oh, baby, don't cry. But I gotta get home. It won't be long. They're awfully strict. 'Cause by and by, a car will come along. They'll be worried sick. It's a mile and a half. They set me in. Way down the road. No letting us in. To the nearest gas. It's almost 2. But they're probably closed. What are we gonna do? Oh, baby, don't open the door. 10 below out there or more. Can't walk it out in the storm. Let me hold you and keep you warm. Listen to me, sweetheart. You're just playing a game. Ain't a telling no lie. You both are all the same. The motor just won't start. This line is so old. When the gas tank's dry. I'm awfully cold. Your folks will understand. Please hold me near. That it couldn't be helped. I love you, dear. Probably happened to them. Don't let me know. Oh, way back then. I love you so. Oh, baby, forgive me, dear. That's what I've been just longing to hear. Sorry that I had to play this prank, but I got an auxiliary tank. I was losing my mind. You're a no good bum. Crazy about you, you see. I should have known. So I had to find. I love you so. Out if you love me. You mean so and so. Oh, baby, let's tell our folks. We ain't a kiddin' and it ain't no joke. Wanna go and be man and wife for the rest of our life.
On the sea of Harrowby, with no phantom, your love belongs to me. With no phantom, at night when you are asleep, with no phantom, into your tent I will creep. With no phantom, the carnival ball. With no phantom, will light my way to love. With no phantom, you'll lose this land with me. With no phantom, on the sea of Harrowby. With no phantom.
That's the Sheik of Araby. And was it that Sheik of Araby that was responsible indirectly for this?
We are here at the White House for a special report on the energy crisis. Mr. President, have you any statement?
Leave me alone, just leave me alone.
Mr. President, what really caused the energy crisis?
Smoking in the boys' room.
During the crisis, how much gas will motorists be allowed?
Just enough for the city.
Who do you believe the gas shortage will affect most? Mr. President, the crisis must be solved. What do you intend to do?
Keep on playing those mind games.
With me now is the head of the Federal Energy Office. Sir, you hold an important position. What are your qualifications?
I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker.
Mr. President, have you anything to add?
Leave me alone, just leave me alone.
Here with me is the new Vice President, Chevy Ford. Sir, how would you sum up the gas shortage? We have a long-distance call from Saudi Arabia. King Faisal, is that you?
Hello, it's me.
King Faisal, what are your thoughts when you look out at all those oil wells?
You're beautiful, and you're mine, oh mine.
I have Golda Meir of Israel on the other phone. What should I tell her?
Won't you tell her that I love her?
Mr. President, have you any added comment?
Leave me alone, just leave me alone.
Mr. President, the American people are waiting. Have you a statement?
I'm on top of the world again, down on creation.
We'd like to continue this record on the energy crisis.
But we have just run out of energy.
Oh, no, we haven't. I'm still here, plugging along on the Dr. Demento show. Just like Dickie Goodman, that's his newest, called Energy Crisis 74. He's still plugging along, just like Norm Katuna was telling me. You know, Dickie Goodman has been making records like that for 18 years now. It'll be 18 years this summer since he made his first, along with Bill Buchanan, The Flying Saucer, and we just might get to that one of these Dr. Demento shows. Before that, we heard the Sheik of Araby with No Pants On, and that was Don Albert and his orchestra with Merle Turner singing, one recorded in San Antonio, November 18th, 1936. We got all the dates here from the Stan Wallman collection, thanks Stan, and from the Norm Katuna collection, Out of Gas with Floyd Robinson. Shel Silverstein and Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out, and I guess that ties in with the energy crisis too, because I understand that the next step is going to be burning our garbage in order to run our gas tanks and things. Yeah, we're going to get natural gas from garbage, isn't that what's happening? Well, that's great, anything like that. Well, want to remind you one more time that you have now 1 hour and 8 minutes in order to call for your requests and get them on the top 10, maybe, if you call in enough of them. And we take your phone calls and we mix them in with all the male requests, all the female requests too, and we add them all up together, and that's how we come up with our top 10 that will be airing starting at about 9:15 tonight on the Dr. Demento show. And perhaps you don't know the phone number and the address, so I'll give them to you after this next record. But right now, Abbott and Costello with How to Beat the Horses.
Costello, get that broken down nag out of here right now. Get him out.
Yeah, but you can't talk that way about my little horse. Girdle is a racehorse.
How can you talk to me about horses? Do you realize I have one of the greatest mutters in the country?
What has your mother got to do with the horses?
My mother is a horse.
What? I never knew that before. I will admit there's a resemblance.
Now, stop that. Stop it.
Abbott's mother's a horse.
Now, take it easy.
Hey, Abbott. Really? Is it a horse, your mother?
Yes, of course. My mother's a horse. What do you think she is, a human being?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
No. Listen, you dummy. My mother won the 5th race at Santa Anita yesterday.
Hey, Abbott, you ought to be ashamed of yourself putting your poor mother in a horse race.
What are you talking about? My mother used to pull a milk wagon.
What some people won't do for a living.
Now, stop this. I take very good care of my mother. If she doesn't feel like running, I scratch her.
Oh, you scratch her?
I certainly do.
Now, isn't that cozy? I guess when you itch, does your mother scratch you?
Costello, I don't think you follow me.
Not if you're related to a lot of horses, I don't follow you. I won't even speak to you.
Costello, will you shut up? I said I've got a fine horse, and he's a great mutter.
He's a mutter. How can a he be a mutter?
Very easy. Sometimes the he makes a better mutter than the she.
Well, what do you know? Look, Abbott, suppose a mama horse has little baby horses.
Don't that make her a mother?
Well, now, that depends on her feet.
Well, we learn something new every day, don't we?
Kid, I can't waste time with you. I'm going out to the track to feed my mother.
What do you give the old lady for breakfast? Oats?
Now, don't be old-fashioned. Good mothers don't eat oats. They eat their fodder.
Why, of course. I mean, everybody... What did you say?
I said my mother eats fodder.
Your mother eats fodder? And what does your mother's fodder eat?
He eats his fodder.
What are you, a bunch of cannibals?
Every horse has to eat his fodder.
Oh, I see. He eats his fodder, and his father eats his fodder, and then his mother eats her fodder. And then the next thing you know, there won't be any fodders left for fodder's sake.
No, you dummy. To feed a horse, you take a bag and put his fodder in it.
You put his fodder in a bag?
That's right, and you hang his fodder on his nose.
Now, ain't that a pretty picture? A horse walking around with his fodder hanging on his nose.
Oh, Costello, cut it out.
My old man would beat me all around the joint. Oh, Rabbit, will you tell me something?
What's that?
How long has your mother been eating her fodder?
Oh, ever since I first had her.
Oh, Rabbit.
Will you listen to me, please? Look, Costello, there's nothing wrong with my mother eating her fodder. Every mother loves ripe fodder.
What do you mean, ripe fodder?
Well, the way to let fodder get ripe is to let the fodder lie out in the field and get mellow.
Oh, fine.
Well, what's wrong now?
What's wrong now?
Yes.
Nothing at all. Your father lies around in the field all day getting mellow. Your mother pulls a milk wagon, and you chop your fodder up and feed it to your mother.
There's nothing wrong with that. The fodder I feed to my mother is grandfather.
You feed your mother grandfather?
Certainly.
That's all, brother. Even old folks ain't safe around your family. Wow, Girdle, wow! Girdle! Wow, wow! Girdle, wow! Roses are red, violets are blue. If you don't stop Girdle, you'll be made into glue. I knew that would stop him.
Well, Costello, here we are at Santa Anita. The first race is about to start. I'll take your bet.
Okay, I'll bet you $2. Here's the money.
They're off. The race is over. You lose.
Wait a minute! What kind of race was that? They're off. The race is over. You lose. What kind of race was that? What's that? Come on, run the race over again. I want to see it.
Now, pipe down. Now, in the next race, I want you to double up.
Double up? I ain't even straightened up from the last one.
I mean, I want you to bet $4.
$4 in a pig's eye.
Pig's eye. He's running in the next race. They're off. The race is over. You lose.
What is this?
Stop squawking. Pay me the money.
Now, wait a minute, Abbott.
Costello, I don't like the way you're hedging on me.
And I don't like the way you're clipping my head.
Well, you know accidents will happen. Maybe the horse got dust in his eye. Of course, you know what dust is.
Yeah, dust. That's mud with all the juice squeezed out.
Never mind. Now, in the next race.
There ain't going to be no next race.
But there's only 2 horses in this next race. Marshmallow and Peppermint. You bet on each horse and you can't lose.
Hey, that's right.
Sure.
2 horses?
Certainly.
I bet on each horse.
That's
I can't lose. Okay, Abbott. Here's $20 on Marshmallow, and here's $20 on Peppermint.
Good. The horses are at the post. They're off. Marshmallow first. Peppermint second.
Come on, Marshmint.
You mean Marshmallow.
I mean Marshmint. I'm betting on the 2 of them.
Yeah. They're rounding the turn. Marshmallow first. Peppermint second.
Come on, Mellow Mint and Marsh Pepper.
They're in the stretch. Marshmallow first. Peppermint second. They're under the wire, and the winner, Hershey Bar.
Hershey Bar. How ain't that the nut?
Hey, get your money up quick. Here comes the last race.
That was my last race. You ain't gonna make a sucker out of me.
Costello, are you calling me a crook?
All I know is after I shake hands with you, I have to count my fingers.
Come here.
Give me my wrist back.
Now, wait a minute. Come here. Get close. But this time you can't lose. There's only 1 horse in this race. And it's your own horse, Girdle.
My little Girdle?
Certainly.
My own little horse,
That's
Girdle?
the boy.
That's different. I'm gonna bet everything I got on Girdle.
Now you're talking sense.
Here, Rabbit. Put $10 on the nose.
$10 on the nose.
Put $10 on the tail.
$10 on the tail.
And put $10 under the saddle.
What's that for?
In case he comes in sideways.
Look, you can't lose. It's a 1-horse race.
Okay.
They're off in a bunch.
Now, how can 1 horse go off in a bunch?
At the half, it's Girdle.
Come on, Girdle.
At the 3/4, Girdle.
Come on, Girdle. Spread out.
In the stretch. And the winner, Girdle.
Hooray, I've won. Give me my money.
Just a minute, folks. It's a photo finish.
A photo finish? How can it be a photo finish? Only 1 horse in a race. How can it be a photo finish?
Peppermint just came in from the last race.
That's the inimitable Abbott and Costello with How to Beat the Horses on the Dr. Demento Show. You're hearing Dr. Demento on KMET in Los Angeles, and I'm right here playing your favorite funny songs, playing your favorite laughs with Norm Katuna and Marlene answering the phones tonight, substituting for the vacationing Captain Chaos and Jungle Judy. When last seen, they were heading up towards Santa Barbara in a van, and the gas situation being what it is, if you see a couple of nice folks standing outside a van somewhere between here and Santa Barbara, please give them a gallon or two, won't you? Meanwhile, tonight, you can call Norm and Marlene. They'll be glad to talk to you at 520-8800, and they'll also be glad to take down your request at 520-8800. And if you want to write us a letter, write the doctor a letter, ask me a question, make a request, or maybe even send me a tape of some of your favorite Demented records, and we'll try and get those on the air. The address is Dr. Demento, KMET. 5828 Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90036. That's Dr. Demento, KMET, 5828 Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90036. We're just about 3 minutes away from Marijuana Melodies, the songs that came out when the stuff was legal on the Dr. Demento Show. But right now, here's Paul Shalaski and his musical Zombies to take us up to that moment with a Rutabaga Boogie.
Summer squash, but it's the old rutabaga from the rutabaga bush. Do the rutabaga boogie, do it all the time. With the fresh rutabaga pulled right off the vine. Do the rutabaga boogie, come and dance with me. With the fresh rutabaga pulled right off the tree. I like rutabaga hot dogs, rutabaga stew, rutabaga crackers and wonton soup, rutabaga borscht and rutabaga steak, rutabaga blintzes and layer cake. Do the rutabaga boogie, do it all the time. With fresh rutabaga pulled right off the vine. Do the rutabaga boogie, come and dance with me. With fresh rutabaga pulled right off the tree. To wash my hair, rutabaga vapor instead of gas, rutabaga paper to wipe my nose. Do the rutabaga boogie, do it all the time. With fresh rutabaga pulled right off the vine. Do the rutabaga boogie, come and dance with me. With fresh rutabaga pulled right off the tree. Top of my house, rutabaga dentures all over my mouth, rutabaga cheese and rutabaga bread, rutabaga skin for my banjo head. Do the rutabaga boogie, do it all the time. With fresh rutabaga pulled right off the vine. Do the rutabaga boogie, come and dance with me. With fresh rutabaga pulled right off the tree. Rutabaga patches all over my knee, rutabaga jockstrap and BVDs. Do the rutabaga boogie, do it all the time. With fresh rutabaga pulled right off the vine. Do the rutabaga boogie, come and dance with me. With fresh rutabaga pulled right off the tree.
Paul Shalaski and the musical Zombies with Rutabaga Boogie on the Dr. Demento Show.
What once seemed unlikely has tonight become a deep threat. The comedy shortage is officially no laughing matter. In New York today, the president of show business, Samuel Bogan, underlined the seriousness of the crisis.
But seriously, the sooner the administration establishes strict laughing gas rationing, the funnier things will be.
But the effects of the comedy shortage are becoming more widespread than Sebastian Cabot's sauna pants. The steam industry has already been crippled.
As of this morning, the United Steam Workers have struck consolidated Fulton. No laughs, no steam.
In Washington, the chief executive called for voluntary cooperation.
No patriotic American should buy more than 5 copies of the Credibility Gap's new comedy album. A great gift idea. Comedy shared is comedy spared.
A great gift idea by the Credibility Gap on Reprise Records and Tickets.
The next 8 songs that we're going to play on the Dr. Demento show all have to do with an activity which is illegal. But you knew that already. The interesting thing is that these records were all made before that activity became illegal. And so, as long as we still have a prohibition against making ex facto laws in this country, I think we can play these records for their historical value, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if nothing else. And also because mostly they're really very excellent music. You'll hear some of the very finest jazz musicians that ever blew a horn or sang a note, like Cab Calloway and Buster Bailey, Don Redman, singers like Frankie Half-Pint Jackson and Rosetta Howard, and Fa Terrell. You'll hear them all singing marijuana melodies, songs recorded in the early 30s when the stuff was legal. And, among certain segments of society at least, quite popular. In certain parts of the country, you could pick the stuff off the roadside, and it was around so much that nobody gave a hang, but some people, of course, valued it very highly, and they made songs about it. A lot of the songs have to do with how disoriented people tend to get when they smoke marijuana. And you will notice, especially in the very first record, this first record we're going to play is an instrumental. In fact, it has no words at all. It's by Don Redman's orchestra, and it's called Chant of the Weed. And you will notice that the harmonies that are used in this piece are not the kind of harmonies that you usually find on records made in 1930 when this piece was made. They are very discordant, and they tend to wander from chord to chord without going through the usual C, F, and G progressions that you usually expect to hear in pop music, perhaps even anticipating some of the complexities of rock groups in a way. So without further ado, let us hear the first 4 marijuana melodies all in a row, and then I'll talk a little more, and then we'll have the second 4. But the first 4, after Don Redman plays the Chant of the Weed, we will have Dave Herman and his orchestra with one recorded in Texas in the 30s called simply Marijuana, spelled the old way, M-A-R-A-H-U-A-N-A, and then Buster Bailey and his Rhythm Busters with Light Up, and Frankie Half-Pint Jackson with a song about how much the stuff cost back at that time. 15 cents. But right now, here's Don Redman.
rest. Sweet marijuana, marijuana, help me in my distress. Sweet marijuana, ah, please do. You alone can bring my lover back to me. Even though I know it's all a fantasy. And then put me to sleep. Sweet marijuana, marijuana.
Let the joy jump and the good times roll. Let the pleasure pop. Now let's take a stroll. Light up. Let's all get mellow. Light up. Get smoke in your eyes. Light up. Get hip, I say, fella. Light up. Say, what is this jive? Light up. Let's all get ready. Light up. I know how you feel. Light up. Now don't be afraid. You'll find what I mean in any old field. Pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow. 8, 9, 10, and then 11. Charge up. Now get your day going. Blaze up. I'm saying that's the thing. Light up. Don't let that man get you. Just pop on your cig and blow the smoke ring. Stuff is good. It ain't gonna hurt you. Don't be no fool. Don't act so dense. I know where you can get it for 15 cents. Right up the alley, down the line. I've got the nickel, you got the dime. Have a good time, and that ain't all. Wow! Round the corner at the hole in the wall. Round the corner at the hole in the wall. Oh, goodbye, blue. I'm through with you. Oh, goodbye, blue. I'm through with you. Last night I told my wife I'd be a nasty man the rest of my life. So goodbye, blue. I'm through with you. Hit it again. Oh, come with me, don't ask no question. The stuff's good, it ain't gonna hurt you. Don't be no fool, don't act so tense. I know where you can get it for 50 cents. Right up the alley and down the line. I've got the nickel, who's got the dime? Have a good time, and that ain't all. Round the corner at the hole in the wall. Where? Round the corner at the hole in the wall. Yeah, yeah. Aja, aja, hey.
That's Frankie Half-Pint Jackson. He might have been one of the first glitter rockers. You ought to hear him do Fan It. But tonight we heard him do 15 Cents as part of our Marijuana Melodies. All songs recorded when the stuff was legal. And before that, Buster Bailey and the Rhythm Busters with Light Up, and Dave Harmon, his orchestra with Marijuana, and Dave Redman and his big band with the chant of the weed, all on the Dr. Demento Show, where we'll continue our Marijuana Melodies right after this.